This episode is meant to soothe any mercurial woes you may be navigating in the past, present, or future. It will support you in speaking your truth with confidence and will also come in handy during Mercury retrograde periods. I encourage you to save this video so you can revisit it at any time you want to address Mercury directly. So before we fully dive into Mercury's territory, I want to take a few seconds to pause and breathe into the present. Mercury can be known for talking a mile a minute, so pausing can be really helpful for integration. Wherever you are in time and space, see if you can take a moment to take a big, deep breath with me. Breath work is particularly suitable medicine in Mercury territory. Try to count to 4 slowly on the inhale, and then 4 again slowly on the exhale. Let's do it together now. Okay, now we have arrived into the present moment. Mercury energy often operates in duality, so I'm excited to share a couple of my favorite crystals with you today. First, I have a Sodalite point that's both rough and polished. The base was left natural, and then the point of the stone was cut into 6 triangular faces. We'll get back to those 6 sides soon. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and is only slightly larger than the Earth's moon. It's also the fastest planet, moving around the Sun in only 88 days. It has extreme high temperatures and extreme low temperatures, which directly contributes to the duality that astrologers attribute to Mercury. Mercury doesn't have any moons or rings, but it does have several craters and other features that were named after famous, deceased artists, musicians, and authors, all careers that correlate with Mercury in the birth chart. I also want to show you my Celestite baby. I like to think of Sodalite as daytime Mercury and Celestite as nighttime Mercury. Celestite is amazing for dream recall and communication with the divine. Related to that quick orbit around the Sun, Mercury moves around the zodiac faster than any other planet. It only spends about 2 to 3 weeks in a sign at a time, making it a very personal planet. Of course, it also retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year though, and when that happens, it can spend up to 10 weeks in one sign. So with retrograde periods, it takes approximately 1 year to make it around the zodiac. Mercury is related to the throat chakra, and if you're having any issues like strep throat, thyroid disorders, or even acid reflux, you might be in one extreme of Mercury energy. That could look like racing thoughts, negative self-talk, or difficulty digesting a difficult conversation. A happy, balanced Mercury can gift you with a soothing, attractive voice, ease with speaking your truth and connecting with others, and a high level of intelligence and logical thinking. Okay, I'm going to interrupt myself for a moment now and encourage you to like this episode, to share this episode, and or to comment on this episode if you're enjoying what's happening. I'd love you to comment your Mercury sign so we can discuss the different significations with each other in the chat. And if you're really connecting with TBH Magic and would like to support crystal are significant because 6 is the Lover's card in tarot, associated with Gemini, one of the signs that Mercury rules. Mercury, as the ruler of Gemini, is all about choice and duality. It's about relationships and connection to others, crowdsourcing, and coming to an opinion or thought through comparing and contrasting lots of information. Mercury also rules Virgo in astrology, another mutable sign. Both Gemini and Virgo are easily adaptable, but Gemini is an air sign, speaking to the highly intellectual and connective energy of Mercury, while Virgo is an earth sign, speaking to the importance of grounding our thoughts into practical reality. Virgo is related to the Hermit card in tarot and very different than the Lovers. The Lovers is often about listening to others, while the Hermit is about listening to yourself. This requires solitude and introspection rather than taking in opinions and facts from the world out there. You're taking some time away to gather information from your inner wisdom and knowing. And again, because this is an earth sign, you're likely to feel this information physically in your body. We're all more attuned to Mercury energy during Gemini season, May 21st to June 20th, and Virgo season, August 23rd to September 22nd. So if you're wanting to appeal to Mercury, these are great times to do so. Mercury also rules Wednesdays, so any mercurial work is especially supported on that day of the week. Finally, I want to switch gears now and show Mercury in true practice. I've pulled 2 beloved books off my shelf, Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie and Astrology of the Heart by Michael Erlewine. It's interesting that I was called to these 2 books that both have heart in the title, and I think it's because with Mercury being so much about the mind, it's nice to try and connect it to our emotions. I think that's when Mercury serves us the best, when the heart and the mind are able to be on the same page, and in this case, literally. So what we're going to do now is a practice I love called bibliomancy. This is so special and so magical, and I started doing it long before I realized it had an official name. Essentially, it's the idea that flipping to a random page in a book will tell you something specific that you need to know. Just like pulling a tarot card, but it can be from any type of book, which makes it a much more accessible practice of magic. I love Journey to the Heart for this, especially because it's written with daily entries, and I often find the date I land on to be as significant as the information itself. Maybe it will be for you too. Okay, let's see what page we land on. Okay, so we landed on April 30th. Awaken your healing powers. From the traditional to the alternative, healers and healing energy can take many forms. Masseuses, hypnotists, chiropractors, medical doctors, herbalists, each may have a touch of healing to bring to us at just the right time and place. But the power to transmit healing energy isn't limited to those who work in hospitals or have mastered the ancient Chinese art of acupuncture. We each have the power to transmit healing energy to others and ourselves, regardless of our profession. We each have the ability to awaken that power and use it in the world around us through our chosen field of work. The man at the deli knows his customers' names and the details of their lives, then greets them with a warm, sincere, and healing smile. The woman who decorates homes takes time to get to know enough about her clients so that the colors and objects in the home reflect wherever they are on messages, and their gift of touch to rub a stiff neck or sore shoulder. There are many ways each of us can creatively figure out how to incorporate and channel our healing powers into our daily life. See your favorite healers when you need to on your path. Be open to discovering new healers and combinations of practices that work for you, but don't limit who can bring healing into your life. Remember that you're a healer too. Healing energy is the energy of love. Learn to let it flow through you. Okay, now let's see what page we land on in Astrology of the Heart. I got this book at my first NORWAC conference, and it's so special to me. Okay, we got page 106, Journal, My Trial of Faith. Context. A very common experience in the Jupiter awakening is the sense of having tasted real awareness, only to fall back into where we came out of, but not quite back to ignorance. We are only one mind shift away from grace, but trapped in the past. I call this to fail ignorance by a meteor or a foot. I could no longer be blissfully or painfully ignorant. I wrote, we slide through it all, the state of grace I sought to regain, appearing and moving in unison beside me, yet now not within my reach. At my strongest moments, I can offer a vessel, hope for more, and yet gnash at what I have. The blood is in us all, and I taste blood when time quickens, and I am born again. I smack it inside me, and laugh the laugh, insane as it is, that announces my arrival, remembering that I have been here before. I am back. I have found myself again. Then I am happy. Try me. Take more of me. Give me again a show of strength, and let me learn endurance in your favor, so that I might taste again of my only hope and life. Wow. So, that is what I have for you for this Mercury ASMR. I hope this little journey has been supportive, and know that you can save it and revisit it whenever you might need some extra Mercury vibes in your life. Thank you so much for being here, and have no doubt you're meant to be. Through time and space, Erin River Sunday.